Tribe Boy, welcome to the House of Cons. I'm Black J. Hey, check it out. We back at it one more time, y'all. One more time. Hey, salute the legend of Naga Charlie in the house, Managa JJ in the house, Tribe Boy. Shakalaka 2 times, Managa.
Shakalaka!
Yeah, y'all. It's Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Hey, we about to pop off one more time, y'all. I got a show lined up. We doing editing history part 5, and we talking about ADOS, Managa. ADOS, Tribe Buck, salute. Everybody in the house, do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe, share the video. If you want to support monetarily, we got the Cash App at the top of the screen. Cash.app/$House of Cons. And speaking of monetary support, you can do it while we live. You can do it after the show. If we talk about something that touch your heart, you learn something new, don't be afraid to support the house, because YouTube ain't gonna push this content. Every support help. Every donation help. All support matter. It don't matter if it's $1 or $2. Support the house, Managa. Support the content that supports you. Hey, salute to Daryl L for the $10 cash out. Tribe Buck, salute. Hey, appreciate that support, homie. That's major. Hey, Tribe Buck, so we got a good show lined up. Editing history part 5. ADOS, Managa. ADOS. Y'all know I be trolling a little bit in the titles and the thumbnail. Matter of fact, one more time from a third eye point of view, not a bird eye point of view. We ain't no bird brains. We looking at this thumbnail that said indentured slavery. Because in fact, servitude is slavery. We done talked about this before. We're gonna go a little deeper this time. We're gonna dive a little deeper, because a lot of people be projecting, talking about go back to Africa. People be talking about my ancestors had your ancestors picking cotton. Oh really? Well, let's have a conversation all about it. And we're looking at this thumbnail from a third eye point of view, and they say indentured slavery. Because matter of fact, an indentured servant is a slave. Servitude is slavery. You know, if I put you under servitude, I'm subjecting you. I'm putting you under slavery. These words are synonymous. Servitude is just another way of saying slave. You throw a fancy title, indentured slave, indentured servant. No, chattel servitude or indentured slavery. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna look at it from a third eye point of view, not a bird eye point of view, and I see some what appears to be slaves right under indentured slavery. They chained together by the neck like pit bulls, and they're in a single file line. They look like they're headed to a ship in the distance. I see a ship in the distance right in the corner of the S for slavery. I see an S for slavery, maybe that's S is for slave ship. It's right in the corner, right in the bottom corner of the S for slavery. And look like they're chained up like pit bulls, and they're headed to the ship. And then over on the left, they got what appears to be a black guy. And in the bottom left hand corner, that looks like Becky kneeling down, and he's holding some kind of garment over her. We're gonna get into it, where these images come from, of course. And I'm Blackjack, by the way. It's House of Cons. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, share the video. We just talking about editing history, ADOS. ADOS, what did that mean? I mean, a lot of people be projecting, you only need to go back to Africa. Blackjack, my mom, my ancestors had your ancestors picking cotton. Really, huh? But when it comes down to slavery and ADOS, we've been taught a whole bunch of lies. What a lot of people don't know. Just like they whitewashing your true history, they whitewashing the indigenous American history. They switching all these images with white images. Guess what they did the other way around? They switched all the ADOS images with your images. Strangely enough, the people that really came over here from Africa don't look nothing like you. I keep telling y'all, the Africans that you say look like you, that's so-called black too, that live in America, they came over here in the late 1800s. And some of them, the majority of them, a few of them came in the late 1800s, but the majority of them came in the 1900s, and they were opening stoves and stuff. in America. Now, understand what I'm saying now. The other Africans don't look like you. They Caucasian, salute. You big dummy. We're gonna talk about it. All that ADO, African descendants of slavery. You know, what you might not realize is that those are so-called white people. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down right here. Salute 203 Low Gang in the house, tribe, but. And I know everybody be like, Blackjack, you won one this time. You say the Africans was white. I'm trying to tell you something. Because a lot of people not studying history. They're not keeping up with dates and times. They just running with the old mainstream narrative. You believe in whatever they telling you. And a lot of time they projecting. A lot of time these people really trying to trade places with you. They trying to take your title and give you theirs. Salute, tribe, buck. You big dummy. Y'all better pay attention out here. They trying to take your title and give you theirs, my naga. Did you realize that? You know they've been trying to take your title. You know they've been trying to whitewash your image. They've been trying to say the Indian was a red man and even a pale face. They've been trying to whitewash your image for the longest. But did you know that they was trying to blackwash theirs? Did you know that the African American was them and not you? I know a lot of people finna get offended by this. Hey, Super Nate Goose in the house, tribe, bust, salute. I know a lot of people about to get offended. A lot of so-called black people finna get offended. They finna get mad. What you saying, man? I'm the African. They gonna say, Blackjack, you sound crazy. I'm an African American. And the whole time, you an indigenous American, my nigga. You ain't even know the African American was them. And we're gonna talk about all this trading places, trading titles. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me go to something else. We know for the longest they've been trying to trade places. They've been trying to take your title, but you ain't realized they've been trying to give you their title the whole time. And I'm gonna point something out real quick, and then we're gonna get on task. Yeah, they've been trying to take your title. You know this, but they've been trying to take your title, but you didn't know. See, you knew this. You knew this right here. You knew that they've been trying to take this, right? Everybody hit that like for me, subscribe, share the video if you want to support monetarily. We got the Cash App at the bottom of the screen, cash.app/$House of Cons. It don't matter if it's $1 or $2. It don't matter if while we live after the show, y'all support the house. Y'all know YouTube ain't gonna support this. You know, if we get 1,000 people to watch this and I make $1 a piece, that's $1,000. You know, it's worth the while, my naga. We're gonna make the House of Cons blow up, whether YouTube like it or not. But we know they've been trying to steal your title, your identity. But what you ain't know, they've been trying to get you theirs. They've been trying to say, nah, you ain't the Indian, we the Indians. They trying to say, you ain't the Indians, we the Indians, you the African. They show you the so-called slave ship. Whole time you ain't know they were loading Indians on it. Whole time, right? They say, nah, we the Indians. You're the African American now. Take your title and give you theirs. Now I'm explaining to you what I mean by give you theirs. You ain't even realize the African American was them. Because when we rewind history, because they tell you 16, 19, some 20 odd blah blah lies, right? We know those 20 odd Nagas was indigenous people. But when we go here to the Barbary slave trade, let's read about it, because it's something funny that y'all ain't realized about this Barbary slave trade. All this time, you ain't realized that this was where they came from, right? You ain't realized that the people that's calling you an African American was the African Americans themselves. But we finna talk about it. Tribe Buzz, salute. Y'all hit the like, subscribe, share the video. I'm Blackjack, by the way, if you're new. And this editing history part 5. ADOS, the real ones. That's right. ADOS, my naga, not you. Nagas want a reparations check. You owed another kind of reparations, my naga. You ain't owed what you thinking. You owe something else. The Barbary slave trade involved slave markets in the Barbary states. Now you know what the Barbary states is, right? The Barbary coast was the name given to the coastal regions of Central and Western North Africa, my naga. Central and West Africa, Central and Western North Africa. You're a slave from West Africa, right? Or more specifically, the Maghreb, specifically the Ottoman borderness, consisting of the regencies in Algiers, Tunis, Tripoli, as well as the Sultanate of Morocco. Oh, Morocco all up in the mix, huh? Look at the time frame. I don't want to click on it because I don't want to leave the page we on. It's from the 1600s to the 1800s, though. And now, European slaves were acquired by Muslim Barbary pirates and slave raids on ships and by raids on coastal towns from Italy to the Netherlands, Ireland, and the southwest of Britain, as far north as Iceland, and into the eastern Mediterranean. The Ottoman eastern Mediterranean was the scene of intense piracy. As late as the 18th century, piracy continued to be a consistent threat to maritime traffic in the Aegean extent. The authorities of the Ottoman and pre-Ottoman times kept no relevant official records. Ha ha ha, you kept no records. Oh wow, that sounds familiar. But observers in the late 1500s, the late 1500s, what a coinky dink. And early 1600s, the first odd 20, 1619. The late 1500s and early 1600s. Who was really coming? Estimated that around 35,000 European slaves were here throughout this period on the Barbary coast in Africa, across Tripoli and Tunis, but mostly in Algiers. The majority were sailors, particularly those who were English, taken with their ships, but others were fishermen and coastal villagers, and not to mention, they didn't mention prostitutes and whores. Yes, that's right, y'all, prostitutes and whores, they left that out. However, most of these captives were people from lands close to Africa, particularly Italy. Prostitutes and whores, y'all think it's a game, huh? Y'all think it's a game? Robert Davis, author of Christian Slaves, Muslim Masters, estimates the slave traders from Tunis, Algiers, and Tripoli enslaved 1 million to 1.25 million white people in North Africa from the beginning of the 16th century to the middle of the 18th century. We talking North Africa, my nigga. We talking North. Hey, salute to 203 Low Game for the $5 cash out. Salute Tribe Boy. Hey, if you want to support the house, like 203 Low Game, we got the cash up at the bottom of the screen. Cash.app/$ House of Cons, my nigga. Support the content that supports you. And right now, we're talking about white people getting enslaved in Africa. Tune in. Dang, I didn't mean to click on that. No, don't click on that. All right. However, most of these captives was from lands close to Africa, particularly Italy. Robert Davis, author of Christian Slaves, Muslim Masters, estimates the slave traders had 1.25 million white people in North Africa from the beginning of the 1619. 20 odd Negroes, huh? 20 odd Negroes from Africa. No, look like a whole bunch of white people was getting enslaved in Africa to the tune of 1.25 million. When did you have time? If the Nagas in Africa was enslaving white people to the number of 1.25 million, when did white people have any time to buy 20 odd Negroes in 1619? See, your lies don't add up. You didn't think we was gonna study, huh? You didn't think we were gonna study, huh? We got you, huh? You thought that you was just gonna take our title and give us yours, huh? You the slave from Africa coming over here. Let's keep continuing reading. We're gonna show you how they came over here. From the beginning of the 16th century to the middle of the 18th century. Oh, what a coinky dink. They tell you in the first odd Negroes from Africa come in 1619, and then in the U.S. banned the import of African slaves in 1808, right? Ha ha! Look who the numbers lining up with. 1.25 million white people in North Africa being from the beginning of 1619, huh? The beginning of the 15th century, right? The beginning of the 1500s. But we're going to say 1619. From the beginning of the 16th century to the middle of the 18th century to the middle of the 1700s, right? To extrapolate his numbers, Davis assumes the number of white slaves captured by Barbary pirates, Nagas, African Nagas remained roughly constant for a 250-year period. So they was enslaving white folks for 250 years. When did they have time to go to Africa and buy anybody? Don't count on it. Bunch of lies. And we got numbers and dates. We got numbers, dates, places, and white people right here. You don't have any of this for your African slave trade. You don't have one slave ship. Oh, what are those? There go the slave shackles. We got them. Got them. Let that marinate. There's your slave shackles. Who are the real African Americans? Let that marinate before we continue to read some. I'm gonna show you how they came over here from Africa. Who really came back then, 1600s from Africa. These folks be lying so much, they be projecting, and your ancestors is picking cotton and getting whooped. Oh yeah? Why don't you just leave it in the past? Oh, why you want to leave it in the past? I want to talk about it. I don't want to leave nothing in the past. I ain't no coward. I want to talk about it right now. Ain't leave nothing in the past. You want to leave it in the past because you don't want to snooping around and stumbling up on the truth, huh? Other historians have challenged Davis's number. Yeah, you want to challenge it, huh? John Wright cautions that modern estimates are based on back calculations from human observation. A second book by Davis, Holy War and Human Bondage, tells of Christian Muslim slavery in the early modern Mediterranean, widening its focus to related slavery. Let's look at these images. Historic barbarians. Yeah, you barbarian. Yeah, who are the barbarians? Yeah. You get smacked upside the head with sticks. Yeah, I see y'all in the background. I ain't missed that. I see that back there. I see that. Get on that ship, boy. You finna go pick cotton, boy. Yeah, y'all thought we was gonna miss this. Y'all over here in Africa and Spain or Tunisia. Yeah, we know. Oh, what is this? Oh, Christian prisoners are sold as slaves in a square in Algiers in Africa. White people getting sold as slaves in Algiers in 1684. When you had the time to go get 20 odd Negroes, it's a whole lot of white people right here getting enslaved in 1684 in Algiers in North Africa. That's a whole lot of white slaves. When did you have time to go get 20 Negroes? Algeria, right up in here. All Morocco, all in on the slaving y'all ass. And you buying down, you paying tribute to Morocco to this day. Let's continue. From bases on the Barbary coast of North Africa. I ain't mean to be zooming so fast, y'all. My bad. Y'all forgive me sometime. Yeah, they get enslaved right up here in North Africa, man. And I'm gonna show you how they got over here. Man. These people so goofy, man. They don't think people be reading. That y'all thought we don't know how to read or something? From bases on the Barbary coast of North Africa, the Barbary pirates. And I'm using Wikipedia on purpose. You know what I'm saying? This one they don't realize. I can really dig into some books, but we ain't gonna go there. From bases on the Barbary coast of North Africa, the Barbary pirates raided ships traveling through the Mediterranean and along the northern and western coasts of Africa, plundering their cargo, taking white people left and right, and enslaving the white people they captured. For at least 1500, the pirates also conducted raids on seaside towns of Italy, Spain. They say, it's more white people where these white folks came from. They say, let's go to Spain. They say, let's go to France. Let's go to England. Let's go to the Netherlands. Let's go to Ireland. And as far away as Iceland. And we capturing white people, men, women, and children, left and right. And in we bringing them back to Africa to sell them as slaves. And in 1544, Red and Barbarossa. Before I go to see. They thinking you knockers over here in America wasn't gonna find out all this. See, you was over here in your whole own little world in the promised land, way across the world, or ocean away. You was just minding your own business. They came over here with this BS like, man, they don't even know what was going on over here. Let's do a lot of projecting. Let's put it on them. Look at this. You ain't even know the African knockers was running up all in Europe and in Spain, snatching white people, men, women, and children, and putting them in bondage in North Africa. And those same people come over here and tell you the African American, tell you they the Indian. They done made up a dog's roll, all kind of stuff to turn you into an African American. And I'm gonna show you how they came here. Ray and Barber in 1544 captured the island. He captured the whole island of Ischia. He would capture a whole island full of white people. taking 4,000 prisoners and enslaving some 2,000 to 7,000 inhabitants of Lipari. In 1551, Ottoman corsair Dragut enslaved the entire population of the Maltese island of Gozo, between 5,000 and 6,000, sending them to the Ottoman Tripolitania. All these white people. Balearic Islands were involved in 1560, and 4,000 people were taken into slavery. They got numbers, places, and dates, and people. In 1618, the Algerian pirates attacked the Canary Islands, taking 1,000 captives to be sold as slaves. On some occasions, settlements such as Baltimore in Ireland were abandoned following a raid, only being resettled many years later. Between 1609, now we getting there, and 1616, England alone lost 466 merchant ships full of slaves, full of white people, to the Barbary pirates. 466 ships. They got an exact number of ships. They say, we know exactly how many white people ships we lost to these Africans, and they enslaved us. Wait till we get over there in America. We're going to turn the favor on these knockers over there. Since we couldn't get the Africans knew what was up. These knockers over in America don't know what's going on right now. We're going to go over there and we're going to say in 1619, we brought them over there. We brought our own monkey ass over here as slaves. While Barbary corsairs looted the cargo of ships they captured, their primary goal was to capture non-Muslim people, Christians, white Christians, for sale as slaves or for ransom. Those who had family or friends who might ransom them were held captive. The most famous of these was the author Miguel de Cervantes, who was held for almost 5 years, from 1575 to 1580. Others were sold into various types of slavery and servitude. Captives who converted to Islam were generally freed, since enslaving the Muslims was forbidden, prohibited. But this meant that they could never return to their native countries. They had to stay over there in Africa. They had to stay in Africa. They was white Christians, and the only way they can escape, see, they tried to do the Uno reverse. The only way they can escape African slavery was to convert to Islam. And if they converted to Islam, they could never leave North Africa. But you guess how they escaped? To America. And I'm going to show y'all just how. Custom statistics from the 16th and 17th century suggested that Istanbul's additional slave imports from the Black Sea may have totaled around 2.5 million. All right, 1.25 plus 2.5 million. We're talking about 3.75, 4 million, give or take a few. From 1450 to 1700, we're talking about almost 5 million white people. The markets declined after Sweden and the United States defeated the Barbary. So the United States got with Sweden and went up in Africa and started the Barbary Wars in 1800 to 1815. The United States said, hey, this is enough of this white African slavery.
You big dummy. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Let me let that marinate. The United States got with Sweden and they did something about the white slave trade in Africa. The Barbary Wars, 1800 to 1850. They're doing a lot of projecting. They're calling you an African American. The U.S. government know what's up. And they're trying to take your title the whole time, Malaga. They said, listen, give us a dog's roll with the Indians now. You guys, African Americans. Sale. You ain't an Indian black boy, you an African black boy now. And we didn't come from Africa. Look at these goofies. Get over here, boy. Yes, sir, master. Boy, I wish I could escape. Maybe we can make it over there to America. Oh, they heard it's the land of the free. Those niggers over there, they got cornfields, they got potatoes, sweet potatoes, collard greens. Maybe we can go over there and do a little sharecropping. Hit them with a Uno reverse.
You big dummy.
Alright, man, we be cracking jokes, but y'all, this dead serious though. If y'all don't understand what really went down, a lot of projecting going on. Right? We talking about 4 or 5 million of these people, and the United States had to jump in there and intervene. A U.S. Navy expedition under Commodore Edward Preble looking ass, engaged gunboats. He came over there to get his white brethren. He went up in Africa with gunboats. They ain't have time to go get no Nagas for slave. Man, they was trying to grab their white brethren and get the hell out of Dodge. They was not snatching no Nagas out they sleep. Y'all Nagas stupid, man. If y'all think they was doing African snatching Nagas out they sleep 1619 to the 1865, you Nagas crazy. Clotilde to my ass. They was ready to get their white brother and trying to get the heat one up in there with gunboats. Edward Preble looking ass. And fortifications in Tropilla in 1804. Hey, they tell you slavery ended in 1865. They was still trying to get their ass up out of Africa. They was on a mission to save the white man. A British diplomatic mission to Algiers led to the day to agree to release some Sardinians, some old sardine looking ass slaves, old sardine looking ass Naga. What's a Sardinian? I ain't never even heard of a Sardinian. I learned something new. You Sardinian. Hey, I don't even like sardines. However, the moment the British left, they ordered the Sardinians massacre. They said, psych, Uno reverse. The same fleet, joined by some Dutch warships, returned and delivered a 9-hour bombardment of Algiers. So they bombed Algeria, North Africa, for 9 hours in 1816, leading to the day accepting a new agreement in which he promised to end his slavery operations of the white people. Despite this, the trade continued, only ending with the French conquest of Algeria, 1830 to 1847. The Kingdom of Morocco had already suppressed piracy by then. See, Morocco got in. See, Morocco said, I'm gonna join with the white people. Origins. North Africa piracy had very, I ain't gonna even go into all this. No, we ain't going into all this because I'm finna get to what we really talking about. Yeah, we could have read all that. There wasn't much left, but no, I want to keep it moving. So we see the U.S. stepped up in there. Preble looking ass went up there and with gunboats. They bombarded the damn thing for 9 hours. They started the Barbary War. They had no time to go kidnap no Nagas and bring it to America talking about picking no cotton and that. Y'all Nagas crazy. Y'all all right? You a Pan-African, huh? Okay. Only Pan-Africans I see over here is white. Barbary Wars. The Barbary Wars were a series of 2 wars fought by the U.S. and Sweden. See, the U.S. first. The U.S. Sweden ain't do nothing. Sweden, look at their flag, man. What the hell they gonna do? What is the cis ass Swedish gonna do? This was the U.S. Sweden just signed up to say they was down with it. They ain't do nothing. They did customer service for the whole war. This weak ass Swedish army ain't did a damn thing. The Barbary War, the series of 2 wars fought by the U.S. and the Kingdom of Sicily against the Barbary states in Africa, including Algeria, Tunis, and Tripoli, and Morocco of North Africa in the early 19th century. Morocco crossed sides first. Sweden had been at war with the Tripolians since 1800 because they got tired of them coming up in Sweden, smacking the Swedes around, smacking white people everywhere, snatching them up, putting them on slave ships and hauling their ass back to Africa. And see, they said these are our monkeys escape. They say we went up in Sweden. They say we know white. They say monkeys turned into man and they left Africa and they went into Sweden. And we coming up in here and we ain't playing. Hey, you, Brad, get your ass on this ship or else. That's what you... Get your ass on the ship right now, else you too, Becky, get little Timmy, and the rest of them, get your ass on the ship. You supposed to be, you an abomination. You abomination chin having ass. Your chin is an abomination. You got you over here looking like Joe Leno in Sweden. We know you came from a monkey. Get your ass over here. The monkey out of Africa that you came from. They said go over here and get your ass. You an abomination. And you need to go back to slavery where you're supposed to come from. And this is what happened. And you went over to America and you're projecting it. I'm saying. So the first Barbary War, the United States got to intervene. All the other convict slaves and indentured slaves that came over from Europe, they came over to America. They thought they done did some shit. They done rolled over back to Africa. They say these knockers in America, you know, this is easy. They say these knockers don't know what's going on. They don't know what slavery is. We done tricked them into being equal. They slaves now. Now we're in power. Let's go in Africa and get our white brethren back. See what the hell went on here. A bunch of lying and scheming. And I'm white and I said so. First Barbary War extended from the 10th of May 1801 to the 10th of June 1805, with the second Barbary War lasting only 3 days, ending on 19. It's just really one war, because it wasn't no cease for real. That war lasted 4 years. It took them 4 years to stop the North Africans from invading Sweden and all these other white countries and white lands by then, and taking white people and making them slaves. And then I'm gonna show you how they came over here, because they couldn't live over there. Remember now, only way they escaped slavery over there is to convert to Islam. But you know these Christians wasn't gonna be no Islam. You know they were like, hey, salute Uni Big Tree in the house, tribe up. Hey, Robin Nelson in the house, tribe up. Monag in the house, Bronze Flat Power God in the house. I got carried away, my y'all bad, y'all. I ain't mean to miss y'all in the chat. The wars were largely a reaction to piracy carried out. The wars were largely a reaction to white people getting enslaved by the Barbary State Africans. Since the 1500s, North African pirates captured ships and even raided cities. They was running all up in Europe saying, where these white people at? We're looking for abominations over here and over there. And if we see an abomination, we know what you're looking like. Your ass getting on this ship. And by the 19th century, the 1800s, pirate activity had declined. Oh, what, around 1865? But Barbary pirates continued to demand tribute. They continued to say, you all right, we're going to let you white people live. But we demanding y'all, we're going to let y'all live, but y'all going to tax y'all. We demand y'all pay tribute from the American merchant vessels in the Mediterranean. We see any of y'all ships over here, unless you want to go back to slavery,
You big dummy.
you pay up. Pay up! Refusal to pay will result in the capturing of American ships and back to slavery. Often the enslavement of white people again. Thomas Jefferson said, y'all know he was a slave. After Thomas Jefferson became president of the United States, he went from slave to president. In March 1801, he said, enough of this white slavery. He sent a U.S. naval fleet to the Mediterranean to combat this white slavery going on. Hey, salute to Michael Brown for the 1999 super chat. Trial bus salute. Appreciate that, brother. That's major. He said enough of this. He said enough of this. Thomas Jefferson said, I know what it's like to be an African slave. He said enough of this. We're going over there with the U.S. naval fleet. The fleet bombarded numerous fortified cities in present-day Libya, Tunisia, and Algeria, ultimately extracting concessions of safe conduct from the Barbary states and ending the First War. During the War of 1812, with the encouragement of the United Kingdom, the Barbary corsairs resumed their attacks on American vessels. Following the conclusions of the War of 1812 and America's attainment of peace with Britain, James Madison Jefferson's successor directed military forces against the Barbary states. Now I know y'all wondering, wait, why is a white America going over here fighting the African slave trade? Because I'm telling y'all, that's their brethren. Now you know, before we even go there, you know, if the U.S. went over there to fight to put an end to the white slave trade in Africa, wait. Alright, let me see who got their thinking cap on, man. I'm finna ask a very simple question, man. A very simple question, man. Everybody watching right now should know the answer. If the colonized United States government went over there in the 1800s to stop the white slave trade in Africa, and they had a Barbary War, Where you think the refugees from that war went?
You big dummy.
Where you think the descendants of the Barbary slaves live today? I think we all know, right? I think we all know where the descendants of the white slaves of Africa live at today. I'm gonna pull up some sources, but before we go there, let's continue. The U.S. all over there ending the white slave war, huh? Transatlantic slave war, huh? Following the conclusion, yeah, James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, boy, this is official. They say James Madison, Jefferson's successor, directed military forces against the Barbary states in the Second Barbary War, lasting only 3 days. They brought the whole United Nations. The second conflict ended the need for further tributes by the U.S. Granted the U.S. full shipping rights in the Mediterranean Sea and significantly reduced incidents of piracy in the region. So the U.S. went over there. They ended the white man slave piracy, and they say, you know what? No more capturing white people, putting them in slavery. And you know, all the white countries said, wow, this is great. We're gonna recognize the U.S. as a country now. And guess what? They say you don't have to pay the Barbary states anymore. You see what going on? See what went on? You know what I'm saying? A tax. Let's see. Since the 1600s. Yeah, let's read a little bit about the tax. But we're gonna move. Yeah, we know what happened since 1600. The Barbary pirates had attacked British ships. They were running up in Britain ships, smacking them around. Say, you Britain. You say, you dirty little Brit. They say, you bitch ass Brit. Get your ass in this shackles. Put you in slavery in North Africa. Smack you around along the coast of North Africa like a hurricane. Holding captives as slaves for ransom and enslaving them. Ransoms were generally raised by families. The white people went to the local church groups, and the British became familiar with slave narratives written by Barbary pirates, prisoners, and slaves. Yeah, see, we getting to the truth right now. I know the white people leaving the room. White people don't get mad. We're talking about real history. It's no need. It's on Wikipedia. You can easily find it. I ain't gonna even get in the Revolutionary War. I'm gonna show you how the descendants of the Barbary slaves live over here now. Look, Barbary Wars. Look at that. Hey, so when you go in Barbary War refugees migrate to America. They say, oh, here you go. Barbary Wars, 1801 to 1805. They say, Blackjack, we know what you're up to. Blackjack's asking, why did the U.S. join the Barbary Wars? The Barbary pirate sees blah, blah, blah. The expanding American trade made the United States a most profitable enemy. No, the United States was tired of white slaves. What did the Barbary pirates do to Americans? By some estimates, between 1784 and the conclusion of the Second Barbary War, the Barbary pirates captured almost 700 American citizens. Yeah, and enslaved them. Did the U.S. pay tribute to the Barbary Africans? Yes, they did. They didn't want to become slaves anymore. The following year, Congress authorized a maximum of $80,000 to be spent on treaties with the Barbary states for year after year. In 1787, the United States signed a tribute treaty with Morocco. This proved to be a reasonable treaty, costing the United States a one-time only tribute of about $20,000. So they made a bitch out of them. Kyle in, tribe up, salute. See, the real niggas from America, we wouldn't have paid shit. We would have like, we was gonna have to fight. We don't owe y'all nothing. We ain't paying y'all no tribute, bitch. We was gonna have to fight this out. We don't be running. What was sent by the U.S. to bring an end to the attacks in the Barbary? Man, they bought the shit out there. What nation attacked the U.S. in the first Barbary War? The Africans. See, they saying nations now. Any other time they just tell you a slave from Africa, but now they say, well, what nations? Yeah, you get specific when it comes to this stuff, huh? Was there white slavery in Barbary Coast? Of course there was. European slaves were acquired by Barbary pirates and slave raids. Yeah. Which country received the most slaves from Africa? Watch this, see. Look at that. Now, if you ought to have your third eye on right now. Look what they just asked you. We reading about white slaves from Africa, right? White Barbary slavery. Then they just ask you which country received the most slaves from Africa. Now, some of you brainwashed, indoctrinated doggers, you think they talking about you. No, Naga. They talking about the white people. You thought they was talking about you? They talking about the white people. Which country received the most white people from Africa? Brazil and British America. Hold on. You thought they was talking about the knockers in Brazil. They talking about the white people. Look. Hold on. Let's just go on and cut to the chase. Let's go cut to the chase. Yeah, if you want to join the Patreon, there go. Yeah, House of Cons. Patreon.com/House of Cons if you want to join. A lot of this stuff finna be going on Patreon. I know they finna be getting mad. But you want to know who was picking cotton? Your ancestors picked cotton. Your ancestors picking cotton. Yeah, oh really? Oh yeah, huh? Okay. Yeah, your barber ass, huh? You came over here, huh? You went all to Brazil. I mean, wait, yeah, let's get to the meat of this. It's hard to believe. Yeah, you big dummy. It's hard to believe. Yeah, I know, because people so dumb nowadays. They just believe in Kunti Kinte stories and all this old stupid shit. It is hard to believe. But today, not yesterday, y'all. The ADOS, there are over 100 million ADOS white slaves living in North America and Europe and the Middle East. Let that marinate. You thought they was talking about you, huh? You thought they was talking about you. They using double talk and foreign language, and you sitting here, they hoping you agree. They hope you say, yeah, I'm an ADOS, you big dumbass nigga. You trying up for a reparation to talk your ass right up out of here, nigga. You dumb. You want to trade places, huh? They just told you. You reading here in double talk. You thought they was talking about you. They taking you from here in this. You're a black boy Indian, fool, not an African. They taking you from here, my nigga. Taking you all to Spain, my nigga. Trading places, my nigga. They say, nah, you the African. These niggas thought they was talking how many Africans, how many slaves came from Africa. Yeah, you thought they was talking about you, dumbass nigga. Which country got the most slaves from Africa? Yeah, you thought it was talking about you, huh? I know. I don't listen. I was indoctrinated. You thought they was talking about you, you still indoctrinated. I knew they weren't talking about me. I already knew. It was hard to believe, but today over 100 million white people, white slaves living in Europe and North America, ADOS. Their ancestors were among the 35,000, man, 35,000 my ass. It was over 4 million white slaves living in Algeria, Tunis, and North Africa in the 17th century. They came to America on packed ass ships. Let that marinate. Chains on their motherfucking necks, indentured slave. Trying my ancestors, you son of a bitch. ADOS for real. Hey man, pull up, man. I'm live right now though. Pull up. Don't talk, just pull up, bro. Pull up. Don't say nothing. I'm live on the air. Pull up. Pull up. Hey, pull up, bro. Alright. Yeah. Perfect. I mean, need I say more, my nigga? Need I say more? I thought they was talking about us. No. 35,000. Man, we just read it was 4 million white slaves. They were running all up in Sweden. They were running all up in Sweden. They were running up in Britain, smacking the British around. They smacked the British bulldog upside the head and said, "Get your bitch ass up on this ship." These white slaves end up coming to America, my nigga. They came to America, most of them. Believe it or not, man. I know it's true. They ain't gotta tell me believe it or not. I know it's true. These old stupid ass people, man. That's why I be mad sometimes, y'all. Y'all see why I be tripping? Y'all know y'all see why I be tripping. Dude, indentured servants, right? Indentured servitude is a form of labor, man. It's slavery, man. Suckers, man. Y'all want to get whooped. Yeah, whooped though. You know what I'm saying? indentured servant. Hey man, hold on, y'all. Bro, what's up? Bro, I can't move right now because I'm actually in the middle of doing a live stream, bro. I don't mess around with stuff like that for real, bro. I got somebody that I can hook you up with though. That ain't really what I do, my nigga. Honestly, so let me hook you up with somebody and I'll hit you back after I complete my show. All right. Hey man, y'all forgive me, but I do work for myself, my nigga. So I don't be wanting to mute my phone while I'm doing shows like that. But like a lot of people that know me, they know I be doing business. I should have muted my phone anyway. They know I be doing my little live streams and you know. But Nagas, I'm gonna tell you who it be. It be the Nagas that you know personally. It don't be other people. It be this Naga gonna blow me up, like you know what I'm saying, like it's an emergency, like somebody about to die, and then about some work that I don't even want to do. I don't do everything. I don't do what. One thing about me, I do what I'm good at. I don't jump in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna call me if I tell you I install air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you I install central air conditioners and I repair central air conditioning and heating systems, I ain't about to work on your raggedy car. I ain't about to go change nobody's ceiling fan. I'm not to go about to change nobody's electrical panel. No, you go call the right people for that. You go pay what you're supposed to pay. Go call the electrician. I'm not coming changing breakers and doing all that for you. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I'm doing what I want to do. See, this is why I'm finna build me a boat, y'all. I'm going on the river journey. I keep talking about this river journey, man. I'm finna get away, man, from this. I'm telling you, man, a lot of stuff, sometimes it's about freedom and doing what you want to do in life. It ain't always about doing what everybody else wants you to do all the time. Hey, my dog, only Big Tree say he changed ceiling fans. See, this why I like y'all, man. Y'all fam, man. See, Uni, where you at, Uni? I'm in Duval. I'm in Florida, man. Uni, where you at, Uni? I ain't finna do it though, cause see, like I say, this is not I know. And if I be like, all right, man, I'm gonna do it, it ain't gonna be on business. He ain't gonna stand on business. He gonna tell me, right, bro, this my grandma. This my grandma. Man, go change your grandma's ceiling fan yourself, bro. Buy a ceiling fan out of Home Depot and read the instructions. Don't you niggas like to read? Open the instructions. Don't just throw them. Don't just roll up your weed on instructions. Nigga, open the instructions and read them. It's gonna say, you need a Phillips head screwdriver. You need this. Y'all know what the junk say, man. Niggas be getting on my nerves, man. Now you want some Freon? Now that's something different. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'm tripping, y'all. We all out task, man. Hey, but y'all know, hey, back on task real quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forgot where we was at. We were looking at the white slaves getting whooped. Talking about calling you an African American, man. Look at this, man. History of indentured slaves. So they be trying to soften the blow. They want to call it. The only time they want to call it slavery if it's a black ass naga. You know what I'm saying? This is pathetic, man. This is really pathetic, man. For real, man. This is real pathetic, man. See, look at here. That's an indentured. Oh, he an indentured servant. He an indentured slave. I guess so. We know these indigenous people right here. We know what this picture. They throw this picture up and want to put. See, they be trying to trick you with that one. Whoop that tree. Whoop that tree. Look, transport. She got punished with transportation. They got sent to America. They don't want us studying this. The fortunate transport. Damn. The indentured Atlantic. Oh, the indentured, the transatlantic. Hold on. The transatlantic servant trade. You know what I'm saying? Wow, this is very easy to find. Not very hard. Indenture Atlantic, huh? Click on that one, y'all. See, I always wondered where white people come from. When I was young, I was like, where do white people come from? I was like, where do they come from? I was like, never really understood. You know what I'm saying? Never really understood where they came from. The indentured Atlantic, bound slavery, and the literature of American colonization, part 1. Hey y'all, I didn't even expect this one, y'all. This in the British Library America's blog and U.S. Studies Online have joined together to publish a series of posts celebrating the Eclair Center's Summer Scholars 2015 series. The articles are based on talks given by a range of writers and scholars conducting research at the British Library thanks to generous research fellowships and grants awarded by the Eclair Center. The deadline for applications for the 2016 awards, alright, 2016. Man, I wish I was into this. A Fortunate Transport, circa 1770, based on the Fortunate Transport or the Secret History of the Life and Adventures of Polly Haycock. See, it's always a secret, huh? The Secret History. See, look. Oh, the Secret History. See, man, white slavery in the real African Americans is secret history, huh? They say this is a secret. What a coincidence. We found the secret. I didn't think we were supposed to find these secrets, y'all. Y'all think we were supposed to find a secret? What y'all think? I don't know what they meant for us to find out about a little secret. I guess it's that big of a deal. I guess, I don't know. Secret history. Chained up like pit bulls. German. Now they chained up like German shepherds.
You big dummy.
He looks worried. She says, don't worry, boy. You'll get used to it. It's nothing. We're all slaves. Waiting, look at that. They waiting on the slave ship. Is that the slave ship they finna get on to come to America, y'all? They're going to a ship, y'all. Is that the slave ship? The indentured slave ship. Interesting. He finna whoop the shit out of her ass.
Biatch.
I wonder if she tried to escape.
You big dummy.
I ain't trying to escape, Blackjack. I didn't know I was supposed to pick 2 bales of corn that day. I thought 1 bale of cotton was enough. I didn't know I was supposed to pick corn too, Blackjack. You know what it is. We gotta keep a quota around here.
You big dummy.
We need you, Becky, to get us 1 bale of cotton and 2 bales of corn.
Biatch.
Or else it's 20 lashes.
You big dummy.
I know I be pissing some people out when I be doing that shit. I don't care, y'all. And she just got her ass whooped. She on the ground from that ass whooping. They get terrorized. Is that a niglet? What is that? He's pretty dark. I don't know, y'all. Hit me up if you think that's a niglet. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Polly Haycock. That must be Polly up there. Secret history in the life of Polly Haycock. The three vignettes are labeled, one with child by the under turnkey, put on board the lighter, from thence to a transport ship to Virginia. See? See, man. Look, man. All this projecting, man. These African American slaves, these ADOS, man. They trying to put it on us. They pulling up in Virginia, getting their ass whooped. Man, look. Her usage of her freeborn English slaves is as they do Negroes and felons in the plantations, though she felt the misery herself. Wow. Whooped that trick. Whooped during dinner, her master boasting that no monarch upon earth had so fine music as he fancied her cries. Wow. They said they sent they slaving ass to Virginia. They got to Virginia and told you was an African. They saw all you niggas in Virginia. They say, yup, them Africans. Man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. I like this. They talk about a secret, man. Very easy to find, though. Yeah, this is crazy. As accounts of the transatlantic shipboard crossing during the 18th century go, this one stands out for its vivid corporeality. See, I knew that was a transatlantic slave ship. Man, we done found the real transatlantic slave ship. This is the only real transatlantic slave ship ever found right here. It's going to Virginia. Bro, hey, clip this, edit this, clip this, and re-upload it. Share this with your friend. We actually found the slave ship. We stumbled on. I ain't even try to do this, y'all. I promise you, this was an accident. I ain't even know this was here. They actually got a depiction of a real slave ship coming to Virginia, bro. They don't have one of you. Some niggas disappointed. Hold on, man. Some of you niggas in here disappointed, man. Some of you niggas is counting on the reparations. Like, yes, reparations. Some of you niggas is disappointed that you ain't come from Africa. I know Dr. Umar, I see you back in the bag. Dr. Umar say, damn, got us again. Ain't this some shit? I don't even know what to say about this one, man. We actually found a slave ship. I gotta re-upload this. Slave ship found. White slaves coming to Virginia. Let's read it again so they know it's not a game. They say the Fortunate Transport, circa 1770, based on the Fortunate Transport. So this is a picture of what it was. Or the secret history of the life of the white slave and adventures of Polly Haycock, London, Taylor, 1750. The 3 vignettes are labeled, one with child by the under turnkey, put on board a lighter, from thence to a transport ship, a slave ship. So they want to call it a transport ship because white people on it, but it's a slave ship, to Virginia. Whipped during dinner, her master boasting that no monarch upon earth had so fine music as he fancied her cries. Her usage to her freeborn English white servants is as they do the knockers in America and felons in the plantations, though she felt the misery herself. Interesting. Yeah, real deal slave ship. Whoop that dinner. Yeah. And man, and this is at USSO.UK. This is the indentured transatlantic slave trade. Bound servitude and the literature of American colonization. They say this is the transatlantic story you ain't know about, bro. See, y'all be thinking there was some sleeping, some spewing, some fishing. They was sick, some shitting, damn, some farting, some see. This what they told you about you. Some darning, some blasting their legs and thighs, some their liver, lungs, lights and eyes, and for to make the scene, the sheen, the sick, the otter, some cursed father, mother, sister, and brother, as accounts of the transatlantic indentured slave shipboard crossing during the 18th century go. This one stands out for its vivid reality. Wow. This one stands out for its vivid reality, my nigga. Hey, at the House of Con, we be doing new stuff by accident sometimes, y'all. Most high on our side, I'm telling you, man. Don't go against the House of Con, boy. Y'all know we moving in and the spirit of the Levites and the Most High. Y'all play with it, man. Hey, the accounts of the transatlantic indentured servant slave ships. But what is truly unusual about it is that it was written by an indentured slave, John Harrell. Yeah, because he had been compelled by poverty to leave his native Shetland Islands in December 1773 and had searched fruitlessly for employment from Edinburgh to London before embarking to Virginia, because he said them knockers got the plug over there. They got that backer and everything else. For Virginia on the snow planter in January 1774, a journey he meticulously recorded in his diary. The very fact that Harold was literate enough to put his experience down on paper renders him atypical, because most of them couldn't read, For the vast majority of his fellow indentees lacked education or the equipment to write them. See, I told you this about you. And see, they did a whole lot of it. Yeah, you can't read. You couldn't read. You couldn't even read the Bible. Your granddaddy picked cotton. A lot of projecting. They couldn't even read and write. And to posterity, yet Harold was far from alone in making a grueling journey to the so-called New World under the system of indentured slavery. According to the best estimates, over half of the 198,400 immigrants arrived in America between 1607 and 1699 were bound slavers. Even at this proportion fell to a third during the following 75 years, thanks to the rapidly increasing importation of slaves. Some 155,800 individuals nonetheless entered the country under indentured slavery during the immediate pre-revolutionary period. So you see, you had indentured slaves coming from Europe. You had straight up ADOS white slaves coming from Africa. The U.S. went over there and saved them and made them refugees and let them come here. And they talking about, you wouldn't know it. Yeah, I know. They got the nerve to talk about believe it or not. Yeah, believe it or not, man. Y'all these folks, man, they so stupid, man. Where was that, man? Hold on. Yeah, it is hard to believe. Ripley's believe it or not. Blackjack believe it or not. But today, all them white slaves, descendants of white slaves, yeah, they live in Europe, North America, and the